The Indiana State of Appeals brought its courtroom right here to Vigo County. This was all a part of the Appeals on Wheels program.
The first program brings real-life court of appeals cases to people across the state. Today's event took place at Indiana State University. News 10's Caitlin Hunt attended the event. She joins us in the newsroom with more.
Patrice Rondrell, Appeals on Wheels is all about educating the public on the judiciary system and state laws, but it seems like it may have also inspired the next generation of lawyers and judges. Judges from Indiana's appeals court conducted an in-person oral argument at Indiana State University. This was all a part of the court's Appeals on Wheels program, which brings oral arguments from real appeals cases across the state. Judge Melissa May says the program provides a great service to the community.
We find it as a really good way to let other people know and let the community know how we do things, because otherwise they just see an opinion but they don't know what goes on.
The audience at the event heard the case Kraft versus State. This appeals case centered around Frederick Kraft, who was convicted of murdering a man and then attempting to murder a police officer. Legal representation for Kraft says Kraft was given an unfair trial due to the prosecution, implying he was a gang leader. Representation from the state was also given time to defend the state's actions. They say there was no implication and argued the case was handled correctly. Both parties were given time to share arguments and refute them. And while judges did not come to decision on this case, it gave students and others in attendance a look at how the courtroom works. Students say the presentation gave them information you can't find in a textbook.
The little nuances, like the conversations in between about how, like the professional persona that you would put on in a courtroom, like how do appeals actually go, just the logistics of it and the little things.
Suggs is an aspiring lawyer and says everyone should take time to understand the court system.
This is our state. We live here. These are things that legislation that has to do with us as citizens that live here, and we should be aware of what's going on, even if you don't have any relation to law or like litigation isn't what you want to do.
And it's these kinds of statements judges say show the future of the court system.
I love the opportunity to engage them with what civics education is, get them excited about the judicial system, get them excited about the court, and maybe spur a couple of them to go to law school and eventually to become colleagues.
And while this case came out of Gary, Indiana, the judges tell me that any court case in the state can affect anyone. Reporting live in the newsroom, Caitlin Hunt, News 10.